What's going on, you the tube? I am Hot Mess Ness, MUA, otherwise known as Vanessa, and today's video is going to be my top 10 favorite beauty accessories or items that I never even thought anything about until like you don't have them. So they're not makeup, but they're makeup related. So I'm gonna share them with you today. Number 10, a lash holder. I don't know about you guys, but I leave lashes everywhere. They're like in blankets or in your bed or piled up in the most disgusting manner. And then half of these you want to reuse. And I'm not always good about how I place them. I mean, they still end up in here with some random piece of plastic. But at least this way I know where they are and they're less likely to be contaminated. I do have the big lash book that Tarte put out. But it's so large that it's not as easily accessible. So I kind of take my 3 favorites and put them in here and I can rotate them. But this one I ended up getting on AliExpress or a Wish app, something like that, for like $2.99. Took forever to get the shipping, but for the price point, I was like, yeah, it's worth waiting for. A House of Lashes does something similar like this, but now you can find them very cheap. So this is something I never knew that I really needed or wanted, but at the price point, it is fantastic. Number 9, it is this bad boy. It is a sheet mask holder. You know, when you have a sheet mask that doesn't really stick onto your face and you want to do other things, because not all of us can lay back for 20 minutes as much as you really would like to. I like to do my sheet masks and, you know, clean my kitchen or do other things. And then this way I can. This was sent to me from Kat from Rented Fashion. I believe it's from Daiso, so I'll have to ask her where she got it and leave it in the description box. But if you like sheet masks, you will love this.
Number 8.
This thing is a ridiculously used Urban Decay pencil sharpener. I think I've had this for 4 years and the parts are somewhere around my house. So I'm not traveling with this currently, but it still sharpens like nobody's business. And I remember I went into Ulta and I asked them what the best pencil sharpener was, and the girl said this one, and I'm telling you, it is a great sharpener. So definitely a good one. Number 7, this little thing is a scrublet. I know that Tarte tried to make this a thing where they had a limited edition one and it was like $7. I got this one from Sephora. It's awesome when you're washing your face. Usually when I do my second cleanse, the first cleanse I use to get all the makeup off, the second cleanse I go in and it's an active exfoliation without harsh chemicals or like the micro beads. If you don't want to do all that, you can really get up into the nose, and I love this thing.
Number 6.
This microfiber towel, they start out like this until you put them in the dryer. So if you do pick up something like this, don't put it in the dryer and it'll keep its softness. But I keep this around for my, you know, pricier brushes when I clean in the in-between. If I use a spot cleaner, like a brush cleaner, and I'll just spray it and wipe away. And it is awesome. You know, it's soft, and this is one that I've had for a while, but that's what I use it for. I clean off my brushes. I got it for $1 at the Dollar Tree. So it's like in the car section.
Number, what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Did I say that was 5? Oh Lord, I shouldn't have numbered these.
Okay, so number 5 is a Z palette. I love Z palettes, the original. I have gone away and gotten other brands, and these ones just protect my shadows. I like to buy the indies, and they're usually single individuals, and I need to keep them protected. I've had the Tarte one, it's okay, but I've lost shadows just by placing it. It takes a good dropping for these ones to break. There are other brands out there, but this is the original, and it's one of my favorites. Number 4, these little lash holders so you can put on your falsies. Now, I used to think I was really good at putting falsies on, and the more YouTube I did, the more I realized I'm not always so good at it, and my lashes get in weird ways and they start going in different directions. And this thing is awesome because you can just really set it where you want it, hold it there, and you just have to make sure that you clean off the glue in the in-between or it can pull out a lash. But I feel like every time I use these, my lashes go on so well, and when I don't use this, I'm doing weird things with the fingertips. So I love this thing. I'm super happy I have it. This one is from Tarte, but I'm sure there's other brands out there that have these. Number 3, this is a brush cleaner. I know that there's a brand that sells these for like $10. I made a DIY version where I just took an old container that I used face cream, and I literally popped in one of those little bun makers, and it's awesome, especially if you do any makeup on YouTube, to clean off in the in-between and then apply the next shade. This one is actually a dupe. I got this from AliExpress. I think it was $1, maybe $1.50, and it is amazing. It saves me all the time, and when I don't have it, I miss it. Number 2, this little brush holder has become an amazing thing for me. I love it. It's from Brushworks. It holds my brushes so that way I can see which one I want to use. You know, it's extra. It's oh so extra, but I really love this, and I'm so glad that I have it, and it's just a tool I didn't know that I needed. And number 1 is the makeup eraser. This thing is incredible. It is literally a microfiber towel that I use as my first step to take off my makeup. I use it for swatches. You know, the number 1 thing I use this for is because I mix most of my foundations on my hand. I use 2 or 3 different foundations. Sometimes I'll put in, you know, a highlighter in there and mix it all up. And when I'm done, I have makeup on my hand. And this is always in my bathroom, ready to wipe away, and it's just good. It's not the same thing as a, you know, just regular towel either, or a washcloth, because of its design. I have the original makeup eraser, and then I have these ones, which was a 2-pack, and it's called Erase Your Face, that I got at Kohl's. The 2-pack, I believe, was $10. The original makeup eraser is $20. Either which way, I love them, and this is one of those things that I would never want to be without. I know it's silly, it's a washcloth, but I love it. It is one of my favorite things. So I just wanted to share these little collection of things that when I do my makeup, I'm just so glad to have. They just make my life a little easier, and when I'm missing any of these items, I'm like, oh, I miss it. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Mwah! Bye.